Hello there. We start this afternoon with news coming out of special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. In October, Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort and his business associate Richard Gates pled not guilty to all 12 charges levied against them stemming from the probe, including conspiracy against the United States. Campaign advisor George Papadopoulos, meanwhile, pled guilty to lying to the FBI about contact he had with Russian individuals. Now this morning, Mueller secured a guilty plea from the first member of the Trump administration to be indicted in the investigation, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. I went to court this morning just as Flynn entered his plea deal. Just a few moments ago, former White House National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn walked into the E. Barrett Prettyman courthouse here in Washington, D.C. to plead guilty to a charge he willfully and knowingly lied to the FBI. According to the charge sheet, Flynn's false statements came in an interview on January 24th of this year when he stated he did not ask then Russian ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kislyak, to refrain from escalating the situation in response to sanctions the U.S. imposed against Russia in December 2016. And when he said he did not recall the Russian ambassador informing him Russia chose to moderate its reaction. He also falsely stated to the FBI he did not ask Kislyak to delay or defeat a vote at the UN condemning Israel's illegal settlement activity in the West Bank, meaning Flynn was in fact trying to influence Russia, not the other way around. Now, it should be noted here, special counsel Mueller was not only looking into Flynn's connections to Russia. It's also been reported he was taking a look at Flynn's relationship with the Turkish government and investigating whether or not he was offered up to $15 million to help orchestrate the kidnapping of Turkish cleric Fethullah Gulen, an arch nemesis of Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, who's been living in Pennsylvania since 1999. It would be significant because Michael Flynn's former lobbying firm was paid over $500,000 by the Turks to represent them. General Flynn's case now enters the sentencing period as he faces up to 5 years in prison. He's apparently pledged full cooperation with the ongoing investigation into alleged collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, stating he's prepared to testify President Trump directed him to reach out to the Russians in order to coordinate in the fight against ISIS. So while this may not be the smoking gun many Russiagate enthusiasts have been looking out for, it may be a classic case of the lie being worse than the crime. In Washington, Anya, Parampil, RT.